If you're in the process of raising funds for your business, which can either be a startup or an older business, this video is for you. In this video, we're gonna cover my God, I don't know what we're gonna cover this video. All I wanna say is that selling a business is like selling basically anything else. Yes, you can sell any business. The only thing that varies is the buyer and the price. And in order to achieve a higher price, you kind of have to think about the buyer and how fit that buyer is for your business. When I say selling your business, I'm referring here to people who want to do proper exits, partial exits, like sell between 50 and 70% of their equity, or people who want to sell equity to raise funds. Because ultimately, we're selling something. We're here at the Dubai Design District because I wanted to shoot in a different environment than I usually do, which is my home. I wanted to show you the sunset here at the skate park, but unfortunately, I struggled to find a bike. I took a scooter. The scooter was not allowed to go here. I took it back, found a bike, and here I am after sunset. Here we are after sunset. And I forgot how difficult it is for me to actually film outdoors because I get so distracted. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Why should you listen to me? Because in Q1 of 2026, I've managed to raise $2.35 million for the startups that I advise. Prior to this, I still have these clients that keep me as a business manager. I've cleaned up their business, as in insured property revenue systems, and tripled their profit margin. And now they can afford to actually develop a software which is a way better value proposition towards both their clients and towards investors. But most importantly, I've been a president of an NGO for the past 10 years, and in the first 3 to 4 years of this business, it was sort of a startup incubator. And if you're familiar with the nonprofit sector, you know that you're raising funds constantly because a nonprofit is not a business, but it still needs money. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I mentioned that you sell your business the same way you sell anything else. And so this video is more about how to sell a business to people. We're going to cover 3 different types of selling, which are correlated with 3 different types of buyers. There's a garbage man looking at me. I might be kicked out. Maybe he was just curious. If you're in the situation in which you are ghosted by VCs, or you are ghosted by investors, or you are ghosted by buyers for your business in case you want to exit, most of the time it's not about you and it's not about your business, it's about them. Because their acquisition comes down to their strategy and the moment in which we are. If they just pledged tens of millions of dollars for somebody's Series E funding round, they're not really in a position to invest in your pre-seed. At the same time, not to throw any shade to those side hustle, Etsy, handmade jewelry, feather earrings type startups, but you really have to do your research before approaching any type of institutional investor because they have themes. I mentioned before the portfolio fit. You're not going to go to any VC. You're going to go to VCs that if you have a fintech, if you have a blockchain fintech, you're going to approach a VC that's specialized in blockchain fintech. The garbage man is still staring at me while he's leaving. Okay, this is only surface level information. Now I want to get a little deeper into this information because ultimately you're going to have to convince people, not a high council of VCs looking on what to invest in and like 3 to 5 years strategy. Yes, of course they do have that, but you have to keep in mind that chances are they already have like at least 20 or 30 startups or businesses like yours already on their table. And so it's going to come down to personal biases. I love the VC funds that actually state in their automatic reply, it would be best if you would personally know somebody at our fund. But now let's get into the human side. The reason for me making this video is because many of you, I know, because I work with you, many of you get really triggered on how, let's say, bullshit businesses get 7-figure, 8-figure funding rounds based on more or less nothing. I sometimes get triggered when I follow people working in VC funds that give best practice advice, and that advice is fucking bullshit. I say it's fucking bullshit because they talk about how they judge businesses and how healthy the businesses are. The KPIs that they list really do not reflect any level of health of any business. It's their own personal biases, which further demonstrates the fact that we are people selling to people. That was a huge intro, but let's get into the 3 types of selling that I'm going to address here today. Number 1 is something that is called, I don't know if officially or unofficially, straight line selling. For this type of style, think Gordon Belfort. Is that his name? Jordan Belfort. I don't remember what it is. Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. That guy. This is an extremely scripted and calculated sales process. Yes, there are mosquitoes in Dubai. Back to straight line. The seller really guides the other person. There's no room for extra questions. It's snappy, And the type of buyer that resonates with this type of selling is the compliant person and the person who is uncertain. You're probably gonna meet investors only during pre-seed round. Pre-seed round is for like friends and family. And so maybe they're sitting on a pile of cash and maybe they love you very much and they believe in you, but they're a little confused about what your value proposition is for their investment. And so, first of all, you should always prioritize their upside. Even if you have to sell a kidney, I want you to be willing to do so. Ultimately, these selling styles come down to how they resonate with 5 core human needs. Our soul has these needs. That's why I say they're core. We're born with them, and they will never be satisfied. They're our weakness. And these needs really shape our decision making. And so the 5 core needs are approval, control, safety and security, oneness, and separation. For the straight line type of selling, the need that is met is of approval and of oneness. Because think about it, your prospect is uncertain, confused, and compliant. Now let's move to the second style of selling, which is gap selling. Yes, gap selling. There's a lovely book called Gap Selling, written by somebody who has only one name, and his name is Keenan. And gap selling is more of a logical process in which we present the features, but what we are selling is the transformation. This is for people who believe in systems, people with a logical mind. The value proposition that you offer to them is your current state is broken, and here's how to fix it. And I would recommend this type of selling to highly curated VC or PE portfolios, because it's clear that they have a strategy in place. Like if you see they invested in some energy, in some oil and gas, and maybe or if they have renewable energy in their portfolio and smart cities, you can come in with a cybersecurity startup. The needs, I guess, that you satisfy, are needs of safety and security, and I would argue of oneness, because the current state is somehow broken, and they want to achieve oneness via systems. I know this sounds a little woo-woo, but ultimately, always remember that you're selling to people. Now, the third type of selling is something from Jeremy Miner, and I think the acronyms are NEPQ. This is the process in which you ask strategic questions and the buyer or the investor answers the question, and ultimately it's looking like they were the ones who came up with the idea. The type of buyer for NEPQ is somebody with a huge ego. I will be completely honest, I fit this category. This is the only way in which you can sell to me, if you make it look like it's my idea. I don't know why I'm like that, I'm sorry. But that Jordan Belfort shit is not going to work on me, and I pretend to be logical, but in reality I'm not. I need to have control, and I need to have separation, because I am unique, I am the best, I'm not like others. Those are the needs that you satisfy with this type of selling. I'm going to put on the screen all the 3 styles of selling. You can screenshot them if you'd like. And the best thing that you could do now is watch this video that I made about how to sell your business to an institutional investor.